I read every single comment, both on my English channel and my Spanish one, and I've seen your doubts. Some of you say, this roof is a lost cause, tear it down and start from scratch. I understand, truly. Logically, that makes sense, but up here, when you're alone with the mountain, logic doesn't always win. One wrong decision and everything comes crashing down. My dream for this house would collapse along with me. Today, I'm going to face your doubts head on, face to face with this roof. And as you'll hear at the end of the video, while I'm heading back home, a conversation with the oldest man in the valley is going to call into question something that matters to me enormously: the history and identity of these houses. And your story is hidden here. And by the end of the day, I realize I have a fresh mystery to solve. These houses have no access for machinery. You can only read them on foot, carrying everything on your back. If something goes wrong, if a beam gives way, there's no rescue, no plan B. We are alone, you, me, and the mountain. I'm going to remove the rotten parts from this section of the roof, hoping it doesn't come down. The result isn't bad. In the end, only the outer part was rotten because of woodworm, roughly 20 to 30% of the volume, except for a few rafters. I'll need to replace entirely. I'll be able to keep a significant part of the wooden structure and reinforce it. It's not spoiled by insects. At least in this section of the roof. Good news. Although, there are areas that seem very weakened and dangerous. This building is over 200 years old. I'm not going to restore it completely. I can't. I don't have the means or the time. Here, I'm not chasing perfection. I'm just trying not to make things worse. I clean out the rods to see how much sound wood is left. I sprayed with an electric gun over the rafters and the battens. Always with that dilemma in my head. Do I keep treating and reinforcing, or am I unbalancing everything? Before touching anything else, I have to secure the metal sheet on the other side. Last time, a storm left it hanging, so I put it back on the roof and then anchored it to a plum tree. Madness. When the old man from the hamlet saw it, he laughed at me. But after the laughter, the local elder gave me some advice. Put metal sheeting under the slates as reinforcement with an extra cable and another cable to an old prop he gave me himself to fix it to the wall. The goal is for it to hold through the next storm and all the ones after that until I do a full roof restoration with slate. However, the future will show me that the technique I used wasn't the best solution either, not even the one the old man suggested. But at that moment, I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm now going to store the ladder in this house, which is completely collapsed inside. Going in there is very dangerous, but I'm going to try to let you visit it a bit with me. It's not the ceiling, but the floor that isn't very solid. For decades, until I put the panels down, water and snow came in huge amounts, weakening everything. I'll have to be very careful in there. I'm alone and I don't want to take too many risks. Before showing you the house, sorry, I haven't cleaned up. Well, it's a mess in here too. The truth, I don't know how I'm going to rebuild this house from the inside without everything collapsing on top of me. When I finished, I ran into an old man who lives further down the valley and knows many stories from the village. I asked him about the identity of these houses. The owner and his brother told me that the main house, the one facing the communal path, was called Bonetat, and the one on the right, Cap de Tos. I tried to get confirmation, But the opposite happened.
Era o caso Campujos en Fascio.
Aqui, vicino,
But its answer left me speechless.
que Puy, que Pierre de Puy. Era io.
Que era caso onde vivió el gran pai.
No,
O
che
che
era
autocausa?
che viveva da Reira.
Segur?
De caminho non aveva lì messo. Ma era la casa che dites, che era la casa di Pierre de Puy.
E era o caso che ia completamente adretto, che tutto solo, che
Che era che c'ho del Colum.
De Colum? Che completamente al cap de tos.
I explained to the old man what the owner has told me about his grandfather's house.
Che era o caso principale de Puy, che tu dici de Puy. E mi diguet che era o caso de Bonetat, mi
No, la
diguet.
casa di Bonetat che era da Reira.
Darrere. E apres mi diguet che era o caso che adretto con Pujos, a che era o caso del cap de tos. E un rai mi diguet che era o caso saperavo, era o caso de Dejú. Era o caso de Dejú.
Giù de Puy, che giù de Puy.
Ah, Ju de Puy. Donc,
Josep,
che caso de Ju.
voilà.
Josep de Puy.
Voilà.
Che uniaute.
Che io audi. In frei di Pierres.
D'accord.
Bonetat che del Re.
But there's no house behind at all. Nothing was as I thought. The main house of the place, the one they call Bonetat, has ultimately disappeared. It's completely hidden by time. Where is it? How can an entire house disappear? With so much symbolic value, being the house of the main family in the hamlet. A mystery I wasn't looking for, but now I can't ignore it. In the coming days, I'm going to show you 2 more hamlets that you can't reach by car. One is going to be fully restored, with an access track under construction, so machinery can get there. The other is completely lost, even on maps and in the memory of almost everyone who lives here.